And welcome to the Scrapping Studio. My name is Tracy Walker, Creative Memories Advisor in Des Moines, Iowa. And welcome to another episode of Sketch Sunday, where every Sunday we do a project recipe from this book, 52 Scrapbooking Project Recipes. As you can see, we've been working our way through it. All these little orange ones represent like everything that's done. So be sure to go back if you haven't watched them all. Be sure to go back and watch some of the other ones. This week we are doing page 50, and that's project recipe 23. And it originally was done with our Moments collection, but we are going to do from Epic Adventures, which is part of the Growing Up collection. We are going to be using this space paper, and I wrote myself little sticky notes because sometimes I plan these really far in advance and I don't always remember when I get back to it. What did I do? So, and then the border punch, we're going to use this one. Oh my gosh, it came in secret box number 1 for the 2025, and it's like celestial, if I can say that word correctly. Celestial. There we go. That was a little better. Um, Using this one because I can put it on this yellow and the yellow will pop through, and I think it's just beautiful, and I think it would be perfect. What I'm prepping to scrapbook Disney pictures, and so this would be perfect for Spaceship Earth or I'm trying to think, Space Mountain. Those are the two that come to mind right now for those. So now we're gonna kind of go a little bit different. I'll have to maybe find something else for mats, but we are going to be doing some paper welding. So paper A and paper B, which are the yellow and the spaceship, we're going to cut that into a 4x12. We're just going to cut it at 4. So we have a 4x12 and an 8x12. All right. So let's kind of see. Cut the first one at 4. And then we're going to cut the second one at 4. All right. Then we're going to cut the border maker with the black, and I've cut one, so we just need to cut a second one. And you just have the tray that goes in, and then the magnetic locks it in. And you're just gonna put the little teeth right here, and you kind of just feel the grooves as you go down, and you just kind of let it guide you. Once it gets into that slot, as I call it, then you're gonna go all the way down. And then these are easy. You just pop it out, and there you go. I'm gonna leave that in back in there for now. Put this off to the side and clean up my little bit of debris. With a lot of the punches, you're like, okay, where do I cut this? I cut it at 1 and just over the 8th mark. So then it's pretty even on each side. And then we're done with that. All right, so we're going to be doing some welding. So I just need to decide. So this is going to be based on the sketch. This is going to be the right page. What I'm going to do is flip it over and see if I get these matched up. And I'm not gonna, I just have random strips of paper that I'm going to use. And I have my regular tape runner for this. And just put a strip. And it just ran out. Well, isn't that fun? Let me see if I can find other. I know I had another. Oh, the other one I have in here is vellum. So let me just look under something and see if this tape runner is regular. Or is this still? No, this is regular. I have something fun. So I have my jumbo. All right. Oh, how am I gonna like something get stuck to it? All right. Whew, that was lucky. All right. I'm just gonna end up using my jumbo. There we go. And then you just use a welding strip. This one, oh, a little short. Oops. That's no big deal. Let's see if I can find. I know I got like a million scraps of paper laying around here. I just need like a little piece to go over that last bit. I'm digging through my trash right now. And then did I get that all the way to the end? No, I didn't. So I think I'm okay. All right. So here is page right. Now what we'll do is page left. So let's see, page right. So yep, we're gonna do them both the same way. So that one's gonna be on that. So don't need my sticky note anymore. I just have a little pin that hooks onto my desk and I just throw strips of paper in there when I'm like, ooh, this would make a good welding strip. Never know when you're gonna need a good welding strip. So I have a whole stash of them. So yep, this is just a cover sheet from a pack of paper. There we go. We're done with that. We'll put that up there. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna sit right here. Like I'm gonna move it over just enough, but I still want the yellow to show through. This side has a little bit more, maybe. Okay. So we're gonna go back to repositionable. I'm just gonna run this down. I'm gonna run this along the edge where it just lines up with that. All right. And we're gonna do the same thing on this one. Now the original sketch has you punch more than once, but I'm just gonna do the once. All right. So this is how it looks, just like that. So let's look at our sketch and I'll show you what we're not doing. So they have two borders and then they just have it looks like probably a border from the Our Moments collection. And we're not going to do that. We're just going to have this is going to be that. So now it needs some mats. So it looks like the mats are 6 1/4 by, I'm going to go with 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 for all of them. Yeah, and let's see what sizes fit in here. I'm just going to use these to kind of see like that. Is it going to fit on this one too? And I can use those as mats if I want to. I can do something like that. Got 4 by 6. Question is do I want this like that? And this down like here. I think I'm just gonna use the white these and not I feel like, I don't know. Those fit perfectly. That's a 4x4. Sorry, I'm bending over to look and see, like, so it's like 3.5 by 3.5. Or do this. I know I have a lot. I mean, it's Disney. You come home with 10,000 pictures, you feel like. And then so many pictures. This is 3. I don't know. Or do this. Kind of like this better. And then this, oops. 3.5 by 3.5. Like that. And then all right. I think I'll go back and look at the thing. I'm going off the reservation. Like that can go there. And this can go here. And maybe this guy can go here. But then I feel like, all right, hold on. To try and get that visual triangle thing going. Have it just like that. And then this guy is kind of over there and this right there. So this collection just came with a limited number of embellishments. So this is just, so there's no stickers. I can still make a title of whatever it is, but I think I'm gonna put this stuff. So let's go back. So it didn't even have photos on this one. So I could skip and not have any photos, but it's Disney. I'm gonna need the space. So I'm gonna put those there because if we look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, we do need 11 pictures. Trust me. If you've never been to Disney, you do. You need it for those. So the other thing I could do, I'm trying to decide, like, do I cut like a half circle of something? Let's just get these down. So we start securing things. All right. Oh, nice. All right, let's move this all like that. I should also go back and they had some border strips. All right, what were the border strips? It did come with some mats too, but Maybe this green mat might work for something. Okay, let's pull that. But that's pirate paper. I can't sacrifice pirate paper, sorry. Um, Let me see what is on the back of this. So it's got dinosaurs and it's got this diamond. I just don't feel like that's not gonna help me with that kind of stuff. Um, Trying to think, look and see. Put that back in the. What are the colors of paper? So we've got Kelly green, Island Waters, dark sea green. I'm just trying to decide, like, do I make like a circle of like it's the earth and then put the ship on there? I think I'm gonna do that. All right. Let's find some dark sea green. I know I have some in my stash of colors. May have to go hunt and come back. All right, I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I found my dark sea green, and I'm going to just finish adhering these to the paper so when I move them, they don't go flying. All right. Just gonna tuck. Yeah, I'll just start up here. All right. I'm gonna tuck this in just behind it. Make sure that one fits. Else. And what I can do is I can use this white as my mats too. Yeah, that's just crooked as can be. Okay, so let's do. I have the astronomically awesome. So the question is do I like put him up here with that? I kind of like that better. And I can just put this in the middle. Okay, so let's get this guy adhered. Get cut my foam strip. Like I said, I have all these foam sheets that I need to use up, so I'm just cutting them up. And this is a little bit thinner than Creameries does have foam squares, and theirs is a little bit thicker. And so I kind of grown to like the thin just because it doesn't make everything so bulky in a sense. So, all right, get Mr. Astronaut. That one's used up. I'm gonna cut. What's kind of nice too is go like that, and then I can cut thinner strips for that. All right, that one. All right, I'll get this side. I'm not gonna take both yet because it's just gonna overlap this a little bit. All right, and then what I'll end up doing. I'm sticking to myself. There we go. That. All right. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these so that I don't need to move this one. I just need to move. Oh, actually, I do. All right. So I want this guy down here now. because I have them on opposite corners. I have to figure out if I have some stars or something. I don't know that I do. Oh, this guy needs to move down. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut a circle out of dark sea green. Move this out. Here is my dark sea green card stack. And I'm going to cut out of my circles. The question is like, that seems too big. Wonder, let's, that one seems, let's try that one and see. Try this one with the red blade. The red is going to be the closest to, there we go. The red is going to be the one that's closest to the edge of this, and I just put little feet and then go all the way around. That's not bad. Right, where is the sheet? So you have this, go like this. One thing that I just thought of that we could do as well is, let's see if it works after the fact. Get the blue and the green out. The blue is going to be the closest in. And then the green is kind of the middle one. All right, and then we'll do the red. What I'm doing is I'm just cutting these circles. All right, let's see. That one kind of got moved. There we go. Oh, we got a little close to the edge. We could hide that, but I was thinking, take this back. Excuse me. Have this like under, like we have planet rings or something like that. All right, so this guy can go here. And maybe this. Like that. So it's like they're, like it's orbiting kind of thing. Let's see if we can, and have that go like that. Huh, I think that looks super cool. All right, so I'm trying to get this up and try to get this placed without really moving it. Put some repo. All right, it's not a big deal. And then felt like I was just ran out. I'm probably getting close. All right. And then that's nice about repo is now I just go through and just lightly brush it off. And then this guy, get foam squares and we will foam him if we find my spaceship. Oh, here he is. All right. All right. Let's see if I have any skinny strips I can make. There we go. So what I ended up doing is so I did the inside of the medium circle with the red blade, and then I did the inside of the big circle with the red with the I did all the blades. Right. And do that. And then we already stuck this down, but I'm kind of I don't want to wreck it. So I'll just let it be. I'm wondering though if here's another if take this one and we'll just do the same thing again. So we're doing the big one and then we're going to do blue, which is going to be the furthest away, and then the green one is the next one, and I missed. And then red is going to be the closest to the guide. I'm just going to go around. Oh, I got too close again. That's okay. Let's see. If all right, let's see what I can do. May have to cut this again. Let's see if we can salvage at least one of the circles. I didn't have the right pressure right there on that one. Okay. What I was thinking is try and like add this in afterwards. If we can get it to go behind this like that. Oh, that works. I don't know if I know this one's kind of really mangled. If I can get it picked up. Let's see if I can try and hide it. I don't know that I can. Maybe let's just break it apart and see if we can do something with this. Uh, See if I can get this behind Mr. Astronaut. There you go. And then let's pull this guy and put it over like that. There we go. I think that looks good. Put this right here. Like, do I have any more circles? I got one more left. I'm wondering. Oh, here we go. So this one ended up being a little bit different. I don't know if that circle works or not. I feel like it would go better here and then cut a smaller circle for the other one. Move this here, right? And then I wonder if we can find like some stars. All right. So I think I need to cut one more circle and use the medium circle in the red. I wonder about there. I think I can still make it work. Itchy nose. Like allergies are driving me nuts. All right, let's get this one. this up like that. Like that. All right. So now I feel like we need a few stars, maybe. All right. So let me put all this away. And then star border punch. And I have this gold paper. Is it this? I feel like that might work. So let's cut some out. And one thing you can do is we don't have to write use. I can just flip it over and just punch them out. They're not going to be evenly spaced, but a bunch of stars. There we go. I'm going to put maybe the one in there. Just like kind of put them in randomly or try to put them in randomly. Let's see. Do that. I just do 2. 3 might be a little crap. Do that. Put one in here. Flip it over. All right. Here's the other page. Do that. Do this. All right, I got a couple more. I feel like this one needs maybe do that. I got one more. Put him right there. All right. Let's kind of move everything out of the way. And this is what we got. I kind of really like that we added these circles with kind of the rings. I was kind of trying to get outside of um like Earth and that kind of stuff. Like it could be any planet or anything like that. So now the question is what did I do with my book? I know I moved stuff and now my book got put somewhere. Okay, hold on. Found it. All right. So we started out with project recipe number 23. It was originally done with our Moments collection. And we are using Epic Adventures, the space. And so we used the space paper and we did some welding and added photos. And since there were some limitations on embellishments, we kind of created our own with the circles and the stars. And I think it turned out really cool. So, well, thank you for joining me for another episode of Sketch Sunday. Excuse me. Once again, my name is Tracy Walker, Creative Memories Advisor. Thank you so much for joining in today and following me. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I've also put all my information below of how to connect with me, how to get on my email list, how to shop with me, as well as if you want to attend one of my events here in the Des Moines metro area. I do on my 3-day weekend ones. I get a lot of people from out of state, from Missouri, Kansas, Illinois, Nebraska. So I'm really excited that a lot of people travel from quite a ways to join my events. We have a great time. Well, thanks again and have a great day.